Jodi, what does this mean in terms of perhaps more measures coming from allies?
Yeah, we did hear, as you noted, from President Biden today, who strongly condemned the attacks, but he didn't say what actions could be taken. He did hint, however, signaled that there could be more sanctions against Russia. And of course, there's been several serious rounds of sanctions, but also more weapons to Ukraine. And Ukraine has badly wanted the U.S. and its allies to really provide higher levels of weaponry. The U.S. has somewhat resisted because that could be seen as more direct involvement, but the Ukrainian President Zelensky has now said the time for that has passed, that they need more serious weaponry to stave off these kinds of attacks.
Jodi, so what are we expecting in terms of any kind of imminent global response, allied response? What more can allies do at this point, given the way that this war and this battle has really dragged on?
Yeah, that's really one of the key questions, Heidi, because as we know, there's been a lot of, there have been rounds and rounds of sanctions from the U.S., from European countries, and yet they don't seem to have stopped Vladimir Putin in the Ukraine. However, the U.S. has said that it will ramp up these kinds of responses. Today, President Biden did speak to President Zelensky of Ukraine. We don't know what was said, but the White House did confirm that that conversation occurred. And tomorrow, leaders of the G7 will be having a phone call with Mr. Zelensky. And you can imagine that that very question will come up, particularly about weaponry.